What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to beautiful California. We just got back from our trip. Utah was great. Had a lot of fun riding some bikes out there, but just out running some errands today, and I was thinking about a topic that I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about, especially those of you that don't currently ride but are thinking about getting a bike, and that is, how practical is it to ride a motorcycle? You know, how practical is it to make it your daily driver? So we're gonna get straight into that, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. So here we go. Alrighty guys, so oh man, first things first, Fast Mask, what's going on with your Velcro, guys? This is so annoying, and I can't get it to freaking actually go the right way. Ooh, hello. Oh my god, that's my favorite car. Audi R8, beauty. Anyway, okay, I'm getting distracted. We're gonna actually start now. So, okay, riding a motorcycle as a daily driver, practicality, you know, usability, all that good stuff. So, how does it actually shape up? So, here's the thing. If you don't ride currently, and you are thinking about, you know, having a motorcycle be your main source of transportation, I would say that that might be a bit of a leap, but it is one that I think is worth taking, and I will tell you why. Literally every single time I have the choice as to taking my bike or my car, I pick my bike. And I'm not saying that because I don't like my car. I actually love my car. I'm gonna do a whole future video on that for you guys so that you can see my car and see exactly why I love it so much. But trust me, take that more as to why I like my bike so much, not as to why I dislike driving my car. It's kind of crazy to me actually, because I used to drive everywhere. I love driving. I've always had a passion for things with a motor that go fast, let's say. But yeah, man, like as soon as I started riding, that's all I wanted to do. And maybe you won't be like me. Maybe you'll try it out and you'll decide, you know, this isn't for me. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're going off of just the pure enjoyment, fun factor, it is hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat going anywhere on two wheels. But that's gonna be the first pro. Second pro, cost, man. Pretty much if you're riding anything other than a Harley, really, you're gonna be riding something cheaper than a car, and it's probably gonna be cheaper to maintain, cheaper to operate, just cheaper in general. So that is, for me, and I think for everyone, a very big plus. Cost of gas, cost of maintenance, all that stuff is gonna be cheaper. So that's a big one. Let's see, what else? Parking's a big plus. You can park wherever you want because parking is readily available for bikes pretty much all the time. Plus you get front row parking at a lot of stuff too, because a lot of places now, especially in California where everyone's worried about, you know, eco-friendly vehicles, motorcycles get pretty pick of the litter parking. So I would say that that's another big pros column. But there are definitely going to be some drawbacks as well. So, drawback number one, and I think this is the biggest thing that everyone focuses on when they think of why not to own a motorcycle, and that's going to be safety. You know, I know it's something that definitely worries a lot of new riders, and it should, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Riding a motorcycle is definitely more dangerous than driving a car. That's just because there's no protection. You know, if you get hit or if you go down, you know, it's not like you've got a whole bunch of reinforced steel surrounding you to protect you. It's, you know, it's you and the road. That being said though, I would say that there are less crashes than people think, that it was strictly just something happened to the rider that was unavoidable. In pretty much every situation that I've seen where someone's been involved in an accident, the rider was doing something, whether it was, you know, riding outside of their limits or doing something stupid or just made a mistake or something like that, or they could have given themselves more of an escape route, all that kind of stuff. There was some type of rider error involved where they ended up, you know, getting in an accident. Now, you can't always avoid the crash, but that's what you try to do on a bike, because obviously you can't really take the impact. But when you're a beginner rider, you should learn how to ride like you're invisible and how to ride defensively, and, you know, just give yourself every option and every opportunity to miss cars and for cars to miss you. I'm thinking about doing a whole series of videos on getting into riding from like a practical standpoint, not just like a how-to, but like this is literally what it's like when you're first starting to ride, and this is what you need to look out for kind of stuff. So what I'm trying to say is there's ways that you can make it safer. It's going to be dangerous, of course, yes, but there's always things that you can do as a rider that can actually make it safer for you. Like, for instance, right now, what I'm doing is I'm filtering up to the front of the stoplight, and the reason I'm doing that is because if some jackass pulls up on his cell phone and he's not paying attention, he's gonna rear end a car before he's gonna just come and take me out. You know, it's amazing to me that more states don't just, you know, make lane splitting legal. They absolutely should, but, you know, that's, again, like I said, that's for another video. So for now, just know that yes, while motorcycling is dangerous, you can always actively take steps to make it more safe for yourself. So nice road glide, buddy. Alrighty, guys. Well, as you can see, I am just pulling up here to Best Buy. So I'm gonna hop off the bike here for a second, and we're going to go inside and grab what we need. But I'll be right back out, and we will finish the ride. So give me one sec. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
And that right there is why you get expandable saddlebags. Oh my god, look at that. Look at my space. Love it. So that actually serves as a nice little segue into the next section of why a bike might not be super practical is going to be storage space. Now, as you just saw there, with the right setup, you know, you get some saddlebags on it, you get a nice little setup going, and you can actually store a decent amount of stuff, at least enough for, you know, going out for a little cruise to go get some groceries or run some errands like I'm doing right now. So, you know, not too bad. But obviously a car is definitely going to have much more storage capacity for stuff. But anyway, now that we've talked about, you know, the pros and cons to owning a motorcycle, let's say that for the sake of argument that you have made the correct choice to purchase a motorcycle, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be the daily, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's talk about the different types of bikes that you could get. This is strictly for you guys that are beginner riders. For anyone that's a new rider, there are essentially, I'd say for street riding, there's 4 types of motorcycles. There's cruisers, sport bikes, naked bikes, and ADV bikes. Now, for those of you that are wondering, I am on a cruiser. Pretty much every Harley is a cruiser.
Ah, not those guys again!
Mine's a performance cruiser, so, you know, it goes a little faster than normal, but hey, at least I can still be comfortable on longer rides. So, the next type is going to be a sport bike. You can think of like your Ducatis, your Ninjas, your Gixxers, your BMW S1000RR, whatever you want to say. Sport bikes are the ones that are real fast, they're built for performance, they're not really built for comfort or for practicality's sake. So if you're thinking about getting a sport bike as your daily driver, definitely plan on wearing a backpack. Then you've got the ADV bikes. That's kind of like your off-roading / on-roading bike. These bikes are great. They're practical for a lot of different applications. A lot of people take them to go camping. A lot of people go on freaking across the world tours on them. So definitely right up there on the practicality scale. And then there is the Hyper Nakeds, which is going to be a standard or naked bike that encompasses the rest of the motorcycle world. So, which one should you buy? Well, it depends on what your needs are. If you're doing a lot of just commuting to and from work, you don't really have to take a lot of stuff with you. Cruising around town, probably a standard or maybe even a sport bike if you want to have that extra little pep in your step. Cruisers are going to be comfortable, but they're also pretty heavy, so when you're getting around in city traffic and stuff, they can be a little bit cumbersome, especially the bigger ones. So you're going to be not limited there, but just be aware that if you're getting a cruiser, it is definitely going to be a little bit more on the heavy side. If you are riding a long distance every day, or you plan on doing a lot of riding on the highway, or maybe not on the highway, but just, you're covering some mileage, cruiser is your way. I think a standard bike might also work for you, or an ADV bike if you're planning on going off-roading a lot, but cruisers are going to be the most comfortable way for you to get from point A to B if you're going a long way. So if you're planning on doing a lot of camping with your motorcycle, or you live in an area, maybe you live out on a dirt road or something like that, get an ADV bike. You will not regret it, because like I said, those bikes are super practical for a lot of different applications. Honestly, they probably work for pretty much everything. The only negative to them, the really big negative, is that they're really tall a lot of the time. So for you guys that are like me, we're a little bit more on the short side of things. It's a little bit intimidating to ride a bike that size. Obviously, you get used to doing the whole little tripod, one leg down kind of side saddle thing when you stop, and it's not too bad. But just be aware that that is a potential drawback to those bikes, is that they are tall. But other than that, man, I mean, it really just depends on what your application is, what you're thinking about doing, and to each their own. Don't take my word for it. Go test ride a bike. Go get on it. Go see if you like it. Take a rider course near you. Go talk to your friends that ride bikes. See what their experience has been like. I've had a lot of my friends ask me about it, see if they should get a bike, and I always say it's up to the individual person. You might try it, you might end up not liking it. You might try it, you might absolutely fall in love with it. So it really depends on what you're looking to do. What kind of riding you want to do in your unique situation. So if you're interested, definitely do it. Take the plunge. You won't regret it. But if you're a little scared about taking the plunge all the way, do it in baby steps. Rider course, test ride a bike, go to your local dealership, feel it out a little bit for yourself. And I think you won't be disappointed. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me in this one. I'm going to see... Well, I'm just going to go enjoy the rest of my ride home. I'm going to see if I can do something about these Velcros on these gloves, because, oh my God, it's driving me nuts. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed hearing some of my thoughts on what it's like to drive a motorcycle as your daily. And, as always, if you did, drop a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, all the good YouTube stuff. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Later. Cruising downtown, just cruising along. Fashion gang on point. Oh my God, cute dog. Oh, stop it. What a big fluffer. Oh my goodness, he's so fluffy. If you guys can't already tell, I kind of like dogs.